You made headlines last week. Some information had leaked, and you wanted to get ahead of it. You announced that you guys had worked out a possibility to offer Caitlin Clark a big deal with the Big Three. Can you give us the details on that and how'd that come about?
We made an offer a couple of weeks ago, and we was hoping to hear something back, and we haven't heard nothing back yet. Um, but we heard something back. We heard it's tournament time, um, but it leaked, and so
Hmm.
we didn't want to deny it. Best thing to do is just let people know what's going on, and it's just something we believe. It's a great opportunity, um, and we believe that being a guard, she can play in the big three.
Hmm.
We've looked at our guards over the years and the size of our guards, and said that's a position that if a female was to play in the big three, that would be a position that they would probably do best at. It's too rough in the paint. I know some bigger girls out there, but just trying to deal with Reggie Evans in the paint would be just
Brutal.
not
No, sir.
nothing nice. So we just felt like we have a great opportunity, and we wanted to extend the opportunity. And we believe, of course, if she joined our league, it would lift the league to new heights.
I agree. I agree. Me being one of the pioneers of the league, been involved in the league since year one. I loved it when I heard about it. I think I know what she'll do for the league. I know she loves to play the game of basketball and is a competitor. And when you get a chance to make some money like that, in a short period of time playing basketball, doing something you love, I think it's a smart decision because as you play the game, you also want to make things beneficial for yourself. And this is a win-win for both parties. And like I said, I would love to welcome her to the league because if she came on my team, I'll make sure I protect her because I know where her future is going. But just to have her a part of the Big Three would be something that would be unbelievable and something that I would love to be a part of.
Yeah, I think it's like I said, a great opportunity. The league is slightly different than when you play. Them first 2 or 3 years were
It was jail ball.
hardcore. It's hardcore, and and so we've it's still rough in that paint. But we don't want to hack in the league, so
Right.
we've made sure that the game flows, but it's also, hand checking. It's also, hard nosed defense being played too. I think people want to see um, the players compete. When it feels like players are not even competing anymore, that's when I wouldn't even go watch my kids playing a rec league game if they didn't compete.
Hmm.
So it's really about that, and we make sure we keep the competition fierce. Um, but nobody wants prison ball, so we, you know, we
Yeah.
we made sure that players flow and they go. But if you go in that paint, be beware.
I got a couple questions. Q one, the financial side of it. The max salary in the WNBA right now is 250,000. They're saying if she's a top four pick, I think she'll make anywhere just on the salary side from 75,000 to upwards of 100,000. Was 5 million? Is that urban judgment or was that actually the offer? And was it for 1 year? Like how did the financial side of this offer come together and break down?
Well, we don't really want to go all the way into the deal and everything we've offered. You know, if she agrees, it'll all come out. It's with us. It's kind of like a NIL situation. Our sponsors are clamoring. They would love for her to join the league, and if she joined the league, they would support the league even more. So, it's a thing where we believe the money is there if she decides to join the league with no problem, because you know, they're sitting there waiting for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's just a great opportunity. Like I keep saying, as the CEO of the big three, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't look at this and try to make it happen because everybody's going to benefit, the whole league.
Mm-hmm.
We're an inch away from profit, and once we get in profit, then people will really, really look at this league in a whole different light because guys will be making a lot more money. So, this is our approach and our push towards that.
I wanted to ask you because one, you played in it, now you coach, and then Cube, this is your league. Do you guys really feel like? I mean, obviously, I feel like the game is headed this way. The girls' game, I feel like the women's game overall, whether it be college or WNBA, is as big as it's been, as big as it's ever been. And there's always that talk: can women play with men? Obviously, I feel not from a skill standpoint because I feel like a lot of these women are just as skilled as men. I think what set men apart is the athleticism and the strength. So my question to both of you guys is: do you feel like she can compete on a strength level with men, regardless of their finish in the NBA or played overseas or whatever it may be? Because I feel like that's where the difference between men and women are. It's not the skill set. The women are just as skilled. I feel like the strength and athleticism is what sets men apart. So do you feel like a Caitlin Clark can come in there? Because boys, and like you said, you cleaned it up, but boys in the big three are hungry,
Mm-hmm.
still
Mm-hmm.
hungry, trying
Mm-hmm.
to eat. You know what I mean? So do you feel like from a competitive standpoint that Caitlin Clark can compete in the big three?
I just feel like for the most part, I think she'll be all right. I mean, it's just there's going to be a lot of situational basketball and who she's paired with, especially in the big three. I don't care if it's a female or a male. The 4 or 5 players you put together in the big three matters, right? Because you got to have a little bit of everything to be successful. I think what she brings to the game will be a key asset to any team in the big three because she can shoot. And the spacing, you have so much spacing going for rebounds. People get lost and wide open. So many wide open shots are given in the big three. That's right up her alley. And pick and roll game. I think she's if you partner her with two good guys like teams I put together, other teams like if you partner her with with a Lisa Leslie type team, they have pieces that can make up for her not being as strong as another guy. But her basketball IQ, she might probably won't be Joe Johnson in the big three, Matt, but she'll definitely compete and do some damage out there, and you'll definitely notice her.
So Cube, your thoughts?
So, I mean, my opinion is, who am I to say? It's not up to me. I'm not a basketball player at that level, and you know, I'm just glad I could provide the opportunity so we could see. But when I look over the years and over basketball courts all across the world, men and women are playing together. Maybe not at the pro level, but they're playing together in different walks of life. So I believe, she could play with the men, but like I said, who am I to say? We have the opportunity. I feel blessed to have this opportunity, and let's see.
Hmm. Now, obviously, keep our fingers crossed for that opportunity. I'm sure once the tournament ends, you'll get a little bit more information. You don't have to give us names, but was she the only female player that came to mind? Were there other ones out there? Or was she just kind of the first one you want to start with and see where that goes?
Now we've thought of a lot of different ones over the years. This is kind of to me the perfect opportunity. Um, I believe her name was Maya
Mm-hmm.
Moore. We was
Mm, she was cold.
thinking about, and we was trying to get her to come out of retirement a few years back. And so, this isn't our first time taking a look, but this is the first player we thought that could come in and
Mm-hmm.
elevate the league and take the league to
Hmm.
another level
Good point.
when it comes to the attention of the basketball audience. So, that's why it's a unique situation, and that's why it was a offer that we knew would get her attention.
I don't know how far away we are from it, but I feel like it's coming at some point. Women, there's going to be a crossover at some point on the professional level. And, obviously for years, they've talked about the disparity in pay and WNBA players, and they have to go get second jobs sometimes overseas. And we saw what happened with Brittany Griner and all that shit. So this is an opportunity, a financial opportunity to obviously, kind of solidify yourself and jump. So Cube, in your opinion, obviously because the two leagues kind of coincide, your league and the WNBA. I think the WNBA starts a little bit before you guys, but you guys kind of run simultaneously. So ideally, in your mind, how would you see that working? Let's go hypothetically. She says yes. So the WNBA starts a month before yours. You guys start a little bit later. How do you feel like that would work out? Would she, in your opinion, because I'm not sure if you guys have clauses. I know in the NBA you can't play obviously other sports, so obviously it would have to be like a deal between you guys and the WNBA of being able to play both. Or how did you kind of see that side of the business of it working out?
If you look at our schedule and look at the WNBA schedule, if she went to Indiana, there's only one game that overlaps. We only play once a week. So, um, of course, we would move our Big Three game so she'd be able to play in both. So, we think we can work around the WNBA schedule, and she'll be just fine.